Hi everyone, thanks for dropping by my YouTube channel today, where I'm about to do final tests on Travis's Breckwell brand Pellet Stove Controller. Travis sent me his controller for repairs because he was having some problems with overfeeding the fire pot. One of the issues was that it fed way too much and there was no control with the trim on it. After receiving the controller, I did some troubleshooting on it, and I found that one of the solid-state relays, the one for the Auger Drive, was shorted, so it was causing the motor to drive constantly. It took me a while, but I sourced some parts. I've replaced those failed components, and now the controller has been running on my bench top for about 24 hours non-stop, so I'm quite pleased with the repairs there. Another thing Travis asked me to check was to make sure that the Auger Drive was functioning correctly for the different settings of the low to high heat levels. That's pretty hard for me to check, considering I don't really have a stove for this controller to go in and check out, but from what I've seen, everything is functioning normally. I'm able to control the on and off action of the stove, which is what I normally do with these controllers, so I have a very high confidence level that since repairing the solid state relay for the Auger Drive, everything else is functioning correctly. As you can see, I currently have Travis's Pellet Stove Controller connected to my tester. My tester is made up of a few items. First of all, there's a faceplate, and on the rear of the faceplate there's an actual auger motor. The shaft for the auger motor comes out the front here, and there's an X marks the spot decal on the shaft. That's so you can see it in the video. So whenever the controller is asking for the auger to drive, you might hear in the video the auger motor spinning, and you'll see this X marks the spot decal spin. You should also keep an eye over here, because where the feed button is, there's a little LEDs above it, and that LED will blink on and off whenever the controller is asking for the auger to drive. At the rear of the test system, I also have 4 light bulbs, and these light bulbs simulate different functions of your stove. The first one, for example, simulates the igniter. The next one in blue simulates the combustion fan, or the firebox fan. The yellow one over here simulates the auger motor, and in red at the far end is the convection or room fan. We'll see all of these lights come on during testing of this controller. So now it's time to turn the system on, but before doing that I want to remind you that I currently have the proof of fire switch in the off position, so not very much will happen here. So let me go ahead and turn that on. So I can press the on-off switch to get things started, and we see that the igniter element has come on, the combustion or blower fan has come on, and we had a cycle of the auger motor. I've done some pre-tests on this, and I know that the igniter will go off in about 10 minutes time, and if I don't turn on the proof of fire switch, the whole system will shut itself down. So let me go ahead and toggle the proof of fire switch so that it's back in the on position. So now we have proof that we have fire. We saw the convection or room fan come on, and the auger will continue cycling on its own, just like I expected to. So we see now that all 4 light bulbs are on, so the controller is able to control all of those. Since I'm in position number 1 over here, I can cycle through the low feed adjustment, and you notice that we go to 4, 3, 1, 4, 3, 1, 4, 3, 1. So that is functioning correctly. The controller is able to accept input from the switch and convert that into a heat level adjustment. The fan is on right now, so I'm not able to turn the high fan on, but that did work. I was able to check that out. And if I press the feed button, we see that the auger drive will come on and off, just as I expected to. I can step through the heat range advance. You see the light on the controller itself going up to 5. So that's all functioning as well. And finally I can go through the off position and I turn things off. So that shut off the igniter, and that should allow the system to cool, and eventually the proof of fire switch will go back to open, and that turns everything off. So to get things restarted, we'd have to press the on switch again. That gets the cycle started. Eventually the fire will catch because the igniter is on. More pellets will drop into the fire pit because the auger is cycling, and the fire will come on, and that causes the convection or room fan to come on. So there we have it, Travis. Everything on your controller is once again fully functional. I have a high level of confidence that the heat range selection test will also cause the auger to drive at the right speed for you. I do want to thank you very much for sending me your controller. I appreciate that very much. And for all you other viewers out there, if you have a controller of your own, whether it's a Breckwell, Quadrifire, USSC or other brands, and you have a service need for it, please feel free to contact me. I'd be more than happy to speak to you about that. My contact information can be found in the video description just below this video. In the meantime, I hope you'll take a few seconds to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate that very much. Thanks everyone. Bye bye.